What's up, everyone? This is Mike,
Hey, and this is Josh.
Josh of the Dead, and keeping it real,
Yes.
Mike. And we're
Yes.
talking about, Josh, today, Thanksgiving body count or body
Yes.
bags.
Yes.
Something new, first time we've ever done this.
Yeah. Something
We just
different.
saw a movie last weekend, and so some of us trying to remember these kills. We don't have it's not been out a year, and we can go back and watch the movie again. It's all off right here.
Yep.
So we're going to try to go through and count all these body counts or body bags from this movie Thanksgiving,
Yes.
which had a lot of it. Let me
Yes.
add them up right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14, and possibly 15. And I may have missed one or two. So when you watch this on a replay, if I miss one, comment in the comment section below and we'll say, hey, yeah, you're right.
They'll
We'll
be
give
like
you.
this, Mike. They'll be like this. Well, actually,
Well,
this
you
person
missed you didn't count the person walking down the road that tripped and died in the road afterwards. So number one, and we're going in order of the movie from the beginning to end, not in our favorite kills. At the very end of this, we may tell you our favorite kills.
Yeah.
Number one was at the very beginning a security guard. Josh,
Yep.
how was the security guard killed?
The security guard was trampled underneath a double door by people. I mean, just crushed. I mean, crushed by these people.
Number two was there was a shopper that came through the door, the glass door that cracked, and a piece of shard glass hit him right here, cut
his
the main artery, and this person was a slow bleed out death. But they did get the waffle iron. We can say that.
Still trying to get the waffle iron.
So the third person name was Amanda, and she was the lady, or at the very beginning of the movie, her husband had to work that night.
He's the manager.
Yeah, her husband was the manager. She was bringing him a plate to have, and she got kind of trampled or hit in the head, right, Josh?
Right. She
broke her neck or something.
She fell on the ground from this crowd, and then two people with carts. Some lady ran the cart right into her head and snapped her neck or something. And then a piece of her hair got stuck in the wheel and it ripped some of her scalp off.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
It was gnarly, man.
All right, so the next one we got was a waitress at the diner. She was one of the persons that was trying to get in that night and acting an ass of herself.
Yeah, over a waffle iron.
She stepped on the security guard. She was walking in.
She's the one that killed the lady. I'm pretty sure with a shopping cart.
She may have, but she was cut in half with a dumpster. I mean, the dumpster did come down, cut her in half, and then they took.
But before that though, she was dunked in water and then put up against a walk-in freezer.
Yeah,
and she had to rip away, and her freaking face got ripped and her hands.
And then her phone would not work to show herself to get into her phone.
Yeah, because she was bleeding. So yeah, it was cool. And like you said, she got cut in half with a dumpster. Not sure if that could happen, but yeah. It was pretty cool, though. Nonetheless, it was cool.
That's the one I kind of laughed at, but it was kind of cool to see the person cut in half. So the next one was a security guard that was a wimp and ran away instead of helping his friends out that were getting trampled to death.
Yes.
And he ended up getting a carving knife to the gut, and all of his insides were coming out. But then to finally knock it off, he got his head cut off, right, Josh?
Yep.
They put was it a wire or something around his head, and then
so they put the wire and then they went backwards with it and went like that and cut it right off.
Yeah,
like a piano wire or something.
Yeah. So next was a guy that was outside that came into, kind of was right there trampling people to death, but he was a jock and his name was Lonnie. And he was watching his girlfriend jump up and down on the trampoline.
I mean, I don't blame him, but.
Yeah, I don't either. But he kind of had a neck pain after that.
Yeah.
So the killer, John Carver, came up behind him and twisted his head almost like a, not quite Reagan, but half, like a 180. So where he was looking backwards.
Yeah, just cranked his neck, man.
So then his girlfriend was Amy. She was the cheerleader, Josh. Tell us what happened with her.
So she was jumping on this trampoline, showing her butt or whatever to him. And as she was jumping, he was poking through the killer was poking through the trampoline with a knife, and she like landed on it, and yeah, got stabbed.
So the next two, I'm going to count them as deaths.
Okay.
Josh, and if you disagree with me, just tell me right here, and the audience can tell me their thoughts on it too.
Yeah.
At the home of Yulia, Yulia, I think is how she spelled her name. She was from like Lithuania or something like that.
Yeah.
I think she had a Russian or kind of a Russian descent. Her dad spoke very little English, but I have the killer shot the security guard with like a dart type thing.
Yeah, but is that a tranquilizer? That's just a tranquilizer, I think.
I don't know if it was something that had poison in it to kill him, but it was a silencer, or if it was just.
Well, later he shoots main characters with it, and they wake back up.
So I may be wrong on that one then.
I would say those are not.
Same thing with the dad. The dad was shot too.
Yeah, I would say those two characters are not kills, in my opinion.
Okay. So tell us what you think. Did y'all think they were kills or not? I had them marked down they were.
Okay.
But we never saw them again after that.
Right.
In the movie.
Right.
So then the daughter of the dad that was shot with a tranquilizer, and there was also a friend.
This is a cool scene.
She was in the ears. She took the corn cob things in the ears.
Yeah.
Then they get back to the house, and she ends up being thrown onto a table saw.
Yep.
And pretty disgusting. Gut intestines everywhere.
I felt bad for her boyfriend because he's like, "What do I do?" And she's just dead,
Next I have, so they were having a big parade to do this Right Mart or whatever it was called. Big parade in the town for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And Josh, there was a guy in a turkey suit walking up the street. And what happened to him?
Decapitated. One swing.
Boom, he's gone.
Awesome.
All right. So also during that same scene, the crowd goes crazy, and then like they hit their brakes, and on this Plymouth ship, like the mass, a wooden pillar, comes through the back of a truck into old grandpa's head and like mushes his head up. Did you remember that one?
Yeah, an old grandpa's head. And then his two little granddaughters are right there. The blood just spewing everywhere, all over them.
The little girls are in the truck with him in the front seat, and the grandpa's head was just like destroyed. I mean,
oh my God.
I about forgot about that one, and I started retracking everything. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was brutal, Mike.
So then we got Kathleen. She is the stepmom. She's married to the owner of the Right Way store, or Right Mart store. She's the stepmom of the main character.
Yeah.
And they capture her. And what do they do with her, Josh?
So she's laying on a table, and she looks down and she sees like parsley and shit and all this stuff around her. And he's like buttering her skin up, dude. And he puts like stuff between her toes, like I said, parsley or whatever. He's gonna freaking cook her like a turkey in an oven. He's got this huge like industrial oven.
Yeah.
And he ends up putting her in there, and this lady just bakes to death, and it's pretty horrifying, Mike.
Yeah, her skin starts bubbling up, and it's pretty nasty.
Yeah.
And then they take and put her on the dinner table. They pull the like a tablecloth off of her or something that was covering her up, and her legs are like sticking up, and she's got her head off, and it was pretty disgusting.
She looks like a turkey.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Just like they cooked her, just like you're right, just like a turkey.
Crazy.
So next is a jock that's in the movie the whole time. His name is Evan. To me, he's one of the worst actors in the movie.
He is a horrible actor. Sorry, Evan, but you're a horrible actor.
So he was tranquilized earlier and wakes up at this main table where the killer is live streaming him going to kill these people.
Yeah.
And so he takes Evan, the jock's head, puts it at a table, takes a meat tenderizer, and then just demolishes his head. And you hear it crunching, just mashes it up. It's gone.
Yep.
Now, Josh, here could be another one. And I didn't have this on my list. The girl that had her neck like her main aorta artery in her neck. He takes a corkscrew in it, twists it in there to get the blood out. Did she? I don't
That
remember
was the
seeing.
cheerleader that got stabbed, dude.
Oh yeah, she was already dead to start with.
No, she wasn't dead. She was barely alive, and he had her in the refrigerator. Remember?
Oh, that's right. That's right. So, do you count that one as a kill or not?
That's a kill.
Okay, so that's an extra one that I didn't include. And then last but not least, and again,
But she didn't listen. She didn't die on the trampoline, though. That wasn't a kill. She died later when she got her neck corked.
gotcha. Are we sure that's the same person?
He said, "This is Cammy or whatever her name is, the cheerleader."
Amy.
So, Amy, the cheerleader. So yeah.
She must have been barely alive then, because she kept getting stabbed jumping up and down on that trampoline.
Yeah, he had her in that refrigerator, dude.
Yep. All right, and then the last was the sheriff.
Yes.
This is a spoiler alert. Don't, if you're watching this, you already know it's Patrick Dempsey.
Yep.
I've got a question mark behind him because I don't think he's really dead, but they tried to make him look like he's died.
Yes.
So that is a one that is questionable, right?
We can't count him as a kill. No. Nope,
Right.
not in my book. So it like I said, this movie reminds me of I Know You Did Last Summer, because at the end, she's laying in bed and all of a sudden you see like a guy on fire grab her, but that actually doesn't happen. And that's what happens in that movie. Kind of like, something happens and it turns out it never happened. So at the very end.
All right, so this movie just came out last weekend. Again, that's our best memory type, trying to decide on how many kills there were in it.
Yeah.
Tell us what you think. Do you think the two shot with the tranquilizer are really dead? Do you think the sheriff, Patrick Dempsey, is dead at the very end?
Right.
Tell us what you think about it. Any other things you got, Josh?
That's it, man. I think it's a fun movie. Definitely. I mean, if you're watching this, I guess you already seen it, but definitely go check it out. And like I said, I'm not sure if it's an every Thanksgiving view, but it could be. You never know. It could be, honestly.
Yep. All right, guys, y'all have a good one. Please
See ya.
comment below if we missed one or if you think we're wrong on somebody dying or not. We love to hear your thoughts. Josh and I disagree all the time,
Yep.
but it's all in good fun, right? We're not getting paid
Yeah.
for this.
Let's watch scary movies.
That's right. Y'all have a good one. Bye, Josh.
Bye.